Today, White House officials are meeting with Russia. They're seeking an end to that country's war on Ukraine without Ukraine at the bargaining table.
Meanwhile, here at home, nationwide protests ramping up with more federal workers cutting, raising safety concerns. NBC's Alice Barr is the latest from Washington, D.C.
High-level talks to end Russia's war on Ukraine beginning this morning in Saudi Arabia, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and other Trump foreign policy advisors sitting down with their Russian counterparts. For now, Ukraine is not at the table for negotiations that could trade away Russian-seized Ukrainian territory. Ukraine's president has told NBC News his country will not accept a deal it's not part of.
We have to be there, otherwise it's not acceptable.
President Trump says Ukraine will be included in negotiations. An administration envoy is expected in the country this week.
Elon Musk has got to go! Hey, hey!
Here at home, a President's Day of protest across the country over federal worker job cuts through Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. The latest layoffs include close to 300 FAA employees, just as real-world incidents are raising alarm. The Transportation Secretary says no air traffic controllers or critical safety staff were let go. Those who were cut say remaining workers are stretched thin.
Even for the people that are still there, their workload has drastically increased.
And NBC News confirmed the top Social Security Administration official resigned after refusing to give DOJ teams access to sensitive information. After similar concerns were raised at the IRS, the White House insisted DOJ would not go through the records of regular Americans.
What we're talking about is at the programmatic level, being able to analyze and assess for signs and symptoms of fraud.
Despite protests, the Trump team pressing ahead. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And NBC News has learned that the Trump administration is preparing to fire hundreds of high-level employees at Homeland Security.
Sources familiar with this say these are not just cost-cutting moves this time, that they're aimed at people that the administration sees as not on board with the president's goals.
A little bit more information now on that top Social Security official resigning. That after the Musk team was looking for more access to your data. Michelle King, the acting commissioner, stepped down over the weekend after members of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency sought access to sensitive personal data about millions of Americans held by that agency. The data includes information about income, addresses, retirement benefits, and often medical records for an American with a Social Security number. King had been with the agency for more than 30 years.